senior from Lee Summit, Missouri. Number 11, Blake Spellman. At the other guard, 6'5" sophomore from Olathe, Kansas. Number 25, Anthony Brown. At forward, 6'7" junior from Salt Lake City, Utah. Number 0, Cameron Brady. And at the other forward, 6'7" senior from Pelotas, Brazil. Number 35, Pedro Lopes.
You had to think about that.
Assisted by Dave Flores. Tonight's referees are Pat Bay, John Lundy, and Aaron Citron.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the Bell Family Arena as we are ready for tip-off as the visiting Missouri Valley College Vikings come into Olathe, Kansas to take on your Mid-American Nazarene University Pioneers. Pioneers come into today. They are 3-4 overall. They're on a 4-game losing streak, looking to right the ship here tonight. And then I had it pulled up in front of me a moment ago, and now I've already forgotten the record. Let's see, for Missouri Valley, they are 2-4 overall. They're 1-2 in conference. So both squads in need of a win tonight. Pioneers switching it up. They're going with the road grays here at home. The white uniforms had not been doing much for them, so we're trying something a little different. Pioneers, even in their warm-ups, upping their intensity by a lot. It was kind of fun watching them in warm-ups, actually. Trey Brown's going to drive and kick it out. Anthony Brown, 3 from the baseline, up and good from the corner. Pioneers strike first, and quickly the other way, here comes Lance. Jace Lance, point guard for Missouri Valley. Hands the ball off to Cody Jackson. They work the ball over to Sprinkle. Now back to Cody Jackson, 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded to Spellman. Spellman quickly ahead of the field to Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown going to try his hand at another 3, no good. Cam Brady not able to come up with the rebound for the Pioneers. Cody Jackson up the floor, found the crease. And he's able to take it all the way to the rim and come up with 2 points. Casey Cody Jackson, he is a senior. I know I've called quite a few of his games here in Olathe. He'll be the veteran presence on the floor for Missouri Valley. Now Spellman underneath to Cam Brady. Cam Brady's in for a long day underneath. He kicks that back out to Spellman. Spellman drives, drops it off with Lopes. His shot short, no good. Late whistle. I think they're going to see if that shot went in. See if this is on the big man. Indeed it is. So Jonathan Hall is the center for Missouri Valley, and he is legitimate 7 feet tall. I saw him in warm-ups, and good grief, he is a tall man. You can see him right there on the screen. Lopes' first free throw. Got it. He'll have one more. But you can see he's a full head above Cameron Brady, who is no small man himself. So big size. Now him already having 1 personal foul is a great thing for the Pioneers. Second free throw is good from Lopes. Lopes missed a few games, but he's back now. Got to think he's got to get his legs back underneath him. So he'll probably be subbed in and out. But yeah, so to bring my thought full circle, Cameron Brady is in for a long day underneath. And now he's going to send the shot from Cody Jackson away. Jackson wanted a foul, not going to get it. It's a block for Brady. And Cody Jackson, he is hot. He wanted that personal. They go to Cam Brady. He kicks it out to Trey Brown, sets the screen. They go to Spellman. Spellman gets around Cody Jackson in the paint, dishes it out. Anthony Brown, good pump fake. Trying to drive, lost control, and now throws it away. Spellman has to stop the fast break. He does. And now Anthony Brown chases it down and able to force them to pass the ball out. So not able to score in transition was Missouri Valley. The Pioneers have a chance with their half-court defense. And Cam Brady takes it away. Long pass ahead to Spellman. Spellman doesn't have the numbers. Now he pulls the ball back out. He's going to let his offense catch up. Now he takes a long-range 3. Does it fall? Lopes able to chase it down. He's going to spin on the big man underneath. Little floater up and good. Lopes was watching his old tapes of Justin Randall right there. Nice little floater. Now they go to the big man underneath. He tips it. He threw it. It was tipped away by Anthony Brown. I'm sorry I messed up on that one as the ball was coming towards my head. Had to make sure it was not going to hit me in the face. I'm always good with not getting hit in the face by a basketball. Boy, this game physical right out of the get-go. Lance now with the ball for Missouri Valley. Trey Brown has him. Pioneers in a man defense right now. They'll go back and forth between man and zone. Keep an eye on that. They go to Cody Jackson. He's got it. Goes around the screen. Ball got knocked out of his hands. He comes down with it. Now clears out a little room. Not able to hit the shot. Right as the shot clock buzzer went off. No call. Now, Anthony Brown out of control. Only hits backboard. Rebounded by Sprinkle. And Sprinkle brings it up the floor. Gets it to Lance. Screen is set. Rolls. Lance has a 2-point shot on the way. High bounce. Boy, they're going to call ops on this one. They're going to say that he pushed off on Jonathan Hall. Changes being made from Missouri Valley. See, Dwayne Simmons has checked in. Somebody else came in. Zion Fortune has come in as well. Now here's Lance. 3-point shot up and good. Cam Brady couldn't close in on him quick enough. So the three-pointer's good. 7-5 is your score. The head coach from Missouri Valley, very vocal on his bench right now. Now Lops with it. Looking, goes back to Spellman. Spellman going to try and create. A little underhand shovel pass to Anthony Brown. Back to Spellman. 10 on the shot clock. Spellman. It goes to Cam Brady. Cam Brady driving baseline. Hangs, bangs, and he drops it in. Brady is fouled. They'll head to the line for the potential three-point play. You can see the replay right here. This is Cam driving. Look, hanging. Contact. Still able to put it in.
Correction 22, Zion Fortune.
So Zion Fortune called for the personal. To answer the question in our chat room, if you see the lines that look like arches, there's 2 of them in the back there. If you hit a shot behind one of those arches, behind the last arch, then you get 3 points. Oh, it's the inside arch. Next year it's going to be the outside arch. Yeah, that's right. It got pushed back a year. They are moving back the three-point line. It is not yet. So of the 2, you can use the inside one. Most of them don't, though. Most of them are already working on the NBA range 3. There was one attempted, no good. Brady ahead of the field, got knocked out of his hands. Last touch by Brady, and out of bounds it goes. And it's going to go back to Missouri Valley. It's one of the dangers of the long outlet pass. Yeah, Jace Lance quickly up the floor. Wonder if he's in a relation to Chad Lance, head coach. Now an illegal screen. This is on Zion Fortune.
Offensive foul number 22, Zion Fortune.
See, and that's the second foul on Fortune. That's worth noting. But I think the official was just having a makeup call because he didn't really know if he got it right on the other end when he called the out of bounds on the Pioneers. All right, Jace Lance staying with Trey Brown in the backcourt. Brown up ahead to Spellman. Jake Alexander getting ready to check in for the Pioneers. He's the spark plug. High energy player. Anthony Brown with it. Cody Jackson has been playing Anthony Brown tight and well. Oh, Spellman had it. He had the layup, but tried to drop off a pass to Lops, and he shouldn't have. Should have just hit the layup. Three-pointer good on the other end. Hayden Sprinkle is able to hit it in stride. Comes up with 3 points. Now the Pioneers lead. Cut to 2. Spellman, he's got to take control and put that in. Trey Brown, long pass to Anthony Brown. Touch pass to Spellman. And, a travel on Spellman.
Number 13,
Patrick Cairns checks in as well. So Cairns and Alexander come onto the floor for the Pioneers. Cairns a good scorer. Alexander, good all over. Again, plays with that energy. Yes, that's the coach's son. Thank you. I appreciate the information. I figured, didn't know, didn't want to assume. Now Cody Jackson with the drive. Ball got knocked free. It's loose. Picked up by Mo Valley. Little hook, no good. Ball loose again. Still loose. And out of bounds. Last touch by Casey Cody Jackson. Yeah, I mean, he's been involved in everything thus far. He is all over the court. Still 10-8. Trey Brown with it. Goes to Cairns in the high post. Cairns takes a shot, holds on to the ball, back to Cairns. Now down low to Lops. Lops spins. Little pump fake. Wow, what a difficult shot by Pedro. Wow, able to bank it in off the glass. That's not an easy shot when you got a 7-footer defending you. Now they feed him down low. Little baby hook, that's up and good. That's going to be all day as he can see over anyone who defends him. One of the benefits of being 7 feet tall. Trey Brown now trying to drive. Pump fake, gets it to Lops. Lops, jab step, sends a jumper over the big man, no good. Jonathan Hall is a defensive force underneath. Now Cody Jackson with it. Anthony Brown picks him up. Those two matched up very well athletically. And now Anthony Brown commits the foul. Jackson came down hard, appears to be all right. He's going to head to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Anthony Brown. That's his first second team foul. Casey Cody Jackson at the line, shooting 2.
All right, so that's the first team foul on the Pioneers. Again, Cody Jackson at the line, 2 coming up. Birdman in the background. First shot, short, no good. Pedro Lops is going to take a seat. Cameron Brady's come back in. Second free throw on its way. Able to knock that one down. So just a 1-point Pioneer lead. They hopped out to the early lead, but Missouri Valley's chipped away at it, now almost all the way back. Pioneers need to get something in the basket. Been cold for a few minutes here. Cam Brady with the jumper, no good off the right side. Cody Jackson with it, and he's off to the races. The Pioneers have to get back and turn around. He still has it. Hesitation, drives, layup up, no good. Goes right to Hall, and Hall able to hit the follow. So with that, Missouri Valley now with their first lead of the evening. And we're going to have a turnover. Nope. Everyone loose on the ground. Cam Brady able to come up with it. We're going to see what happened here. Looks like they're not going to grant MNU the timeout. So the travel call is made. Hoping for a little more clarification on the call, didn't get it. So anyway, the ball back in the hands of Sprinkle. Sprinkle goes right side to Lance. Lance going to work to his right, drops it off underneath. And that's a block for Pedro. Lops able to block Jonathan Hall heading to the rim. Jonathan Hall out of Cardiff, Wales. And then comes to Missouri Valley by way of Eastern Wyoming College. And if you're 7 feet tall, you better be playing basketball somewhere. I'm just saying. Here's a long-range 3. Nothing but net for Chase Lance. He had no time left on the shot clock. Just had to heave one up, and he comes up with 3 points. 4-point lead for Missouri Valley, their largest of the evening. Anthony Brown driving, dishes it out. Now to Alexander. Alexander, he'll take on anyone. And he goes right at Hall. And now officials confer, and they're going to say last touch by Jake Alexander. Neither of them are real sure about that call, but they give it back to Missouri Valley. Now Lance gets it to Allen. Allen back to Lance. Up top to Sprinkle. Sprinkle gets spin move. Hands it back off to Lance. Lance another long range 3. Got it, nothing but net. And is very excited. Wow. When it's a quiet gym and you scream your head off after a made basket, people hear you. He's fired up. 19-12 is your score. Trey Brown about to check back in. Anthony Brown, little floater in the paint, up and good for 2. Lance again with it, goes to Allen. Allen has it, working to his right. Can see if he can't get around Lops. No, Cairns, I'm sorry. Cairns with it, top of the key. Now to Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown around the screen. Takes it over to Spellman. Spellman right side, halfway through the shot clock. He's going to take a three. Oh, that one won't fall. Alexander, ooh, almost able to swoop in and come up with it. Still trying to chase it down. Now the Pioneers have to get back. They were close. Almost able to come up with that offensive rebounds. That Lops is going to come back into the game. They go to Sprinkle. Sprinkle driving in the paint. Oh, shot erased by Anthony Brown, but possession maintained by Missouri Valley. Lance picked up his dribble, now looking for someone to get it to. Gets it to Sprinkle. Down to 4. Oh, and bailed out by a foul. Anthony Brown commits the personal with 3 left on the shot clock.
Number 25, Anthony Brown.
This is going to put Hayden Sprinkle at the line.
13 foul. Hayden Sprinkle at the line, shooting 2.
On its way is number 1. No good. Spins away. Pioneers making some changes. Lops and Trey Brown coming into the game. Brady takes a seat. And Anthony Brown did as well after that second personal foul. Second free throw is good. 6-point lead for Missouri Valley. Trey goes around the screen. Comes back left to Spellman. Spellman, head fake, drives baseline, long pass out to Trey Brown. Trey drops it off with Alexander underneath. He turns, gets it to Cairns. This is a broken possession for the Pioneers. Someone's going to have to create. Trey Brown driving, a lot of contact. Layup is up, no good. And now a whistle blown. He's got a Pioneer on this one. Calling that on Pedro Lops. Woo. Intriguing. So with that, now Cameron Brady has to come in due to the 2 fouls. Coach Lamar giving it to the officials a little bit. Displeased with that last foul call. Sprinkle with it. Trey Brown knocks it away. Gets it to Cameron Brady. Ahead to Alexander. Alexander up and under the defender. In for 2 points. Jake Alexander able to hit the layup. Pioneers just down 4. Again, the Pioneers making a concerted effort during this game. Even the bench. Everyone needs to be more energy, up-tempo. Now another one poked away. Pioneers can't chase it down this time. And there's an attempted lob, but definitely out of the reach of the intended receiver, shall we say. Gerard is into the game, and he wasn't able to come up with that. So we're in our media timeout. The media timeout's the first break in action, under 10 minutes. So with 9:31 remaining in the first half, 4-point lead for Missouri Valley. We're going to step away for 60 seconds, and we'll be right back. We're back. Hopefully you are enjoying this free streaming service that we're offering this year due to the Rona situation. If you're looking at your screen, you'll see the little chat room option. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. If you're a Viking fan, a Pioneer fan, if you have a family member in the game. I think, of course, it's been really fun to see where everyone's watching from. We've had people checking in from all over the globe. All corners of the globe, as the expression goes. So now the Pioneers with the ball. Spellman to Cairns. Cairns to Trey Brown. Out of Cam Brady. And a whistle away from the ball. Who are they going to get on this one? They're going to call this on the Pioneers. And that's on Spellman. Spellman asking for an explanation from the official. He humbly disagrees. All right. Got to watch out. Lance coming up the floor has proven he's got some range to his three-point shot. The Pioneers got to Remember that. Be aware. Here's a pass taken away by Drew Smith. Drew Smith heading up the floor. Lost handle on the ball a little bit. And he is fouled on his way to the hoop. They're going to wave off the shot. This was on the floor, and I believe that was correct. Casey Cody Jackson called for the personal.
That's his first, fourth team foul. Substitution for the Vikings, number 4, Cameron Boyd.
See who they called that on. We don't know who they called that on. Oh, there we go. It was on Cody Jackson. Okay. The scoreboard didn't reflect that for a moment. Pioneers inbounding from the baseline. Trey Brown looking. Long pass into Cam Brady. Hands that off to Spellman. Spellman, long pass over to Drew Smith. Drew Smith back to Spellman. Now to Trey. Back to Spellman. Cairns trying to get freed up. He's right at the free throw line. Gotta hurry. Drew Smith's gonna take the three. Got it! Drew Smith knocks down the tray. All right, into the game, Cameron Boyd. Boyd is checked in. I didn't see him enter. He came in during the break in action. Trying to get people as they come in the game. So Boyd with it for Missouri Valley. Gonna try and get around Spellman. Drives, dishes it off. Trey Brown's down and hurt. And now Cody Jackson gets leveled. No call, it's just out of bounds, but Trey Brown got to try and walk off whatever ails him. But he went down. He wasn't able to get up for a moment. Says he's going to walk it off now. Coach Lamar wisely getting some sweat swept off the floor. There we go. We got a Gary, Nebraska in. All right. I know who's watching over in Lenexa, Kansas. My two child people, MNU fans. The next time MNU plays again, I think, is next Tuesday. The women's game is next Tuesday. That's right. There we go. Cairns for three, left it short. That's rebounded by Missouri Valley. I think MNU has one more doubleheader on a weekend, and then they're done until after the holidays. Oh boy, there's a good take by Cameron Boyd, able to come up with the layup on the right side. Pioneers trailing by 3, 22-19. Trey Brown with the ball. He drives, dishes. Drew Smith didn't take the three. Now got the ball poked free. Goes out of bounds. This was Gerard.
Iowa! Can't run it from there. Timeout, Trey. Timeout.
All right, well, we had a few things going on there. So an official was having a word with Drew Smith and then Oliver Polion Gerard. Apparently they were getting a little too lippy with each other. So we had that going on. Then we had the coach not liking the setup of the inbounding play. Like I said, there was a lot happening right there. So we've got a timeout on the floor called by MNU. We have 7:31 remaining here in the first half of action, and a 3-point lead for Missouri Valley. All right, let's see what else we got. We've got St. Louis in the house. Casey Cody Jackson's grandfather is watching. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see. December 5th at 2 p.m. Is that it? Do we have games this weekend? Oh, my goodness. Here's why I'm unsure, everyone, and I'm sure you can relate to this. We have had our schedule changed so much, and actually, that's right, the games this weekend were moved. We do not have games this weekend. But we have had so many games scheduled and altered due to the coronavirus. If you are unsure of anything, make sure you're going to MNUsports.com. Click on the schedule of whatever sport you're tracking, because honestly, games are changing up to a day or two before they're supposed to happen. So we've already had a ton of changes in the basketball schedule. I'm sure the Missouri Valley can say the exact same thing. It has just been a nightmare scheduling-wise this year. So, yeah, the women play Tuesday, 5:30 p.m., and then I think that following weekend is when we have a Saturday doubleheader. I thought the games on this Saturday were canceled. The games on Saturday were moved or canceled or something. I don't think we play this Saturday. What? I didn't think so. Man, see, now I'm all confused because I remember taking them off my calendar. Oh, it's at.
Home game is at.
It's at Peru. Okay. So when's their next home game?
Women's play the next men's home game?
Yeah, the next. We have a doubleheader coming up on a weekend here shortly. I know we have Drew Smith for three again. He got it. Drew Smith ties the game up at 22 apiece. Okay, and that's a weekend, right? Okay. So yes, the next doubleheader weekend that we have is the 15th. There's a drive. They dish it out. Little shot. Ooh, able to get his own rebound and hit the follow was Dwayne Simmons. Now the Pioneers quickly the other way. Spellman with it. Spellman being D'd up by Allen. Spellman's really thinking about trying to isolate and go one-on-one here. Yep, drives, dishes. They go to Cairns. Cairns for three. No good. Cairns just not found the three-point stroke yet this year. Lance drives, little jumper. Two-point shot, no good. Cairns with the rebound. Dribbles out of trouble, ahead to Drew Smith. Ooh, boy, Smith close to a travel. Trying another three, no good. Ball tipped around. And Missouri Valley comes down with it. Now Valley quickly heading the other direction. Lance drops it off in the paint. Shot altered. I don't know. I might give Cairns a block on that one. Simmons not able to hit. Pioneers coming back the other way. We're in a track meet now. Here's a drive. We're going to have a foul called on Missouri Valley. Let's see who they get for this. It's going to be on Jace Lance.
Jason Lance, that's his first 16 foul.
So that's a 16 foul. One more and the Pioneers will be shooting one-on-one. Jake Alexander comes in. Cairns comes off the floor. I see my daughter people heading off. Good night, daughter people. Thank you for watching. Pioneers get it into Alexander. And he passes up top to Spellman. Now to Trey Brown, left side. Spellman. Covington, Georgia checking in. Oh, there's a three-point shot from Trey Brown. Yeah, Lance and Brown both have crazy range for each squad, respectively. Jonathan Hall back in the game. Their 7-footer. Keep him in mind. He's got it driving, and yeah, that's going to be a travel. One step too many. Patrick Cairns checked back in immediately. Spellman takes a seat now. Pioneers have reclaimed the lead. Slimmest of margins. They're up by one. MNU football checking into the chat room by way of one Kobe Harden. Welcome to the broadcast, sir. Drew Smith with for the Pioneers. Back to Trey Brown. Trey goes around the Cairns screen. The double team comes. Brown gets it Alexander. Alexander pass to Drew Smith. Smith three. No good. Oh, it bounces up and hits the shot clock. That is technically out of bounds. See, Nampa, Idaho checking in. I told you, we get people from all over. It's fun. Cody Jackson has the ball. Passes it off left. Three-point shot on the way. No good. Back tap by Hall.
Cam, you gotta move him, bro.
Gets it to Sprinkle. He was open. No good. Trey Brown trying to get the rebound. Ball being tipped around. Drew Smith with it. And this time the Pioneers are going to get the timeout rather than the travel call. We had people hitting the floor all over the place. Everyone up gingerly, but okay. It was Cody Jackson and Dusain Allen who both went flying after the ball, but the Pioneers were able to secure it. So just a quick 30-second timeout the Pioneers used to retain possession during that little scrum on the floor. Again, if you are a Pioneers fan, you always have the chance to follow the Pioneer Sports Network. We're on Twitter at MNU_PSN. Go ahead and give us a follow. We'll give you a shout out during the broadcast. And then it's just yet another way to try and keep track of all the crazy scheduling changes being made here, there, and yonder. And again, both sides already heading back onto the floor. Cairns looking to inbound to Spellman. Missouri Valley throwing one person in the backcourt just to try a little disruption. This is going to be Hayden Sprinkle back there. Gerard's got a fan checking in. Based on the name, I'm going to go family member. All right, Spellman brings it across for the Pioneers. Goes to Cairns, right side. Cairns with one dribble. Gets it to Trey Brown. Trey in the paint, drives, dishes it out. Cam Brady, shot 16 feet out. Got it. That's a difficult shot by Cam Brady over the outstretched arms of Jonathan Hall. Now Trey, good defense up top. They're able to get it over to Casey Cody Jackson. Cody Jackson driving baseline, and reverse layup. Was able to get around Jake Alexander and hits a pretty little reverse. Casey Cody Jackson has, let's see, a little boy today. Today? Kobe Cody Jackson. He had a kid today? Wow. And there's Jake Alexander able to hit the layup from the left side. Well, yeah, congratulations to the family. Wow. Here's a shot missed by Cody Jackson. Able to secure his rebound. Passes it out. Lands for three. That's no good. Hall able to come up with the rebound, and his follow goes in. Spellman wanted the over the back call. Not going to get it with that size advantage, though. Spellman's pretty small. 29-28. Pioneers with the 1-point lead. Oh, great pass by Jake Alexander, and one for Cam Brady. Jake Alexander with the ridiculous feed through the double team. Watch your screen. Look at this. Alexander, whoop, right there, right in between two defenders. And then not an easy shot from Cam Brady. So the second personal foul on Jonathan Hall. Brady shot is good. Substitution being made for the Pioneers. Daniel Ferrer is checking into the game. Now, to my knowledge, this is Ferrer's Pioneer debut. If he has played before, it's only been on the road, hasn't been here. So this is my first time seeing him. And, oh, this is the Pioneers looking for a little height. And I think he's going to draw a foul in his first 2 seconds into the game. Indeed, as they call him for the personal. But yeah, he's in there to try and combat the height of Missouri Valley. Casey Cody Jackson, he's at the line. He'll be shooting two. His first shot is on the way. Got it. He's going to have one more. And now Ferrer's back out of the game after the personal foul. Cam Brady back in. Second free throw is good. Coach Lamar, I think, made that substitution just to keep talking to the official. He didn't like that foul call. Now Trey Brown with it for the Pioneers. Pioneers up by 2, 32-30. Under 3 minutes remaining in the half. Trey passes. Jake Alexander, three on the way. Got it! Jake Alexander from behind the three-point line. Casey Cody Jackson quickly the other way. Pioneers have to spin their heads around and get on him, trying to cross up Jake Alexander. And now the foul is going to be called on Jake. Everyone on the Pioneer bench humbly disagreed with the Zebras call. Humbly disagreed. Yeah, humbly disagreed. So at the line, shooting two. First shot on its way. No good. Ooh, that one bounced around and a little too strong. One more coming up. Birdman going. Second shot is good. Now the Pioneers have to look out. The press is on. Now quickly backing out of it is Missouri Valley. That's one of those things where you show the press, you back out, and then there's the time you don't. And that's where you can really cause some trouble. Alexander's got the crease, drives, gets it to Cam Brady. Brady now to Cairns, who is moving to the rim. Wraparound past Alexander, layup up and good. A lot of contact, no whistle, but here comes Lance. The Pioneers have to be ready. Lance to Casey Cody Jackson. Man, Cody Jackson, great ball handling abilities. Passes it off, taken away by the Pioneers. Long pass ahead. A lot of contact. Cam Brady, wraparound. Oh, behind the back! Alexander Cairns on the behind the back pass. Ridiculous. And now the coach of Missouri Valley wants to talk things over. Please, oh please, tell me we have the replay. Here it is. Brady stuck in a world of trouble. Oh, wait, there's Jake Alexander. I'll get it to him. Alexander, whoops, right around the back to Patrick Cairns for the layup and 2. So far, I'm giving that the assist of the year. Assist of the year so far for the Pioneers. Well done. With this flurry here in the last, minute and a half, Pioneers have taken an 8-point lead at 39-31. We have 1:51 remaining before we get to halftime. Whew, well, that was fun. Both teams have 17 fouls, so any fouls are going to put either side at the line for a single bonus, the 1-and-1 situation. See if the Pioneers are making any changes. Doesn't look like it. Trey Brown and Spellman are your backcourt. Alexander, Cairns, and Cam Brady at the front. Let's see over on the other side. See Simmons and Lance. Allen, Sprinkle. Alexander just hit the deck, but it appears to be okay. There was the last one. I heard someone hit the ground. I had to look up. And there's a 2-point shot. That's good by Dwayne Simmons. He was able to get freed up in the front of the rim. Knocked it down. Grayson, Georgia in the house. Now Trey Brown goes to Cam Brady, right side. Brady down low. Pass is tipped away and taken away by Missouri Valley. They got a 2-on-1 break. The Pioneers racing back. Sent away by Patrick Cairns. Cairns with a great block on Casey Cody Jackson. Missouri Valley able to keep hold of the ball, though. Jace Lance with it. Working right, goes around his screen. They're trying to get him freed up down to the post for Simmons. Here's another drive. Shot, no good. Ball tipped around. We're going to have a foul this time. This is going to be on Missouri Valley. Who are they going to get for this? This is going to be called on Dwayne Simmons. You can see the block from Cairns coming up on your replay right here. All right, Drew Smith checking in. Trey Brown, who's gotten shaken a few times in this game. Again, I think he might be a little more hurt than he's letting on, but that's just a guess. Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Watching, I love it. Shot from Cam Brady, up and good. Again, this was the bonus situation, so this was the front end of the 1-on-1, able to make it. Got one more coming up. One more for Brady with 59 seconds left in the half. On its way. Got them both. Ferrer now checking back into the game after his split-second one free throw attempt appearance. Now Lance coming up the floor. I like getting Drew Smith on Lance. I think they match up speed-wise very well. Here's the drive. Nothing there. And that's got to be over the back, right? Okay, yeah. Whew. Everyone was holding their breath because the ref didn't signal. Dwayne Simmons was definitely over Drew Smith's back. There was contact and everything. And the official blew his whistle and then just kind of looked at everyone. This is going to put Drew Smith at the line. Again, 1-on-1. Play the release. Play the release. Smith's free throw on the way. Woo! Hits the front of the rim and trickles home. Oliver Polson Gerard has checked into the game. I know he's got some fans here in the chat room. Second shot. Smith able to hit them both. 43-33, 10-point Pioneer lead. So we tick down to halftime. Lance with it. Drew Smith picks him up. They go to Cody Jackson. Jake Alexander's on him. Cody Jackson picks up his dribble, passes it back out to Sprinkle. Now back to Cody Jackson. Three on the way. No good. Rebounded by the Pioneers. Ferrer with that rebound. Game clock and shot clock separated by just 1 second. Second and a half if you want to get real technical about it. Pioneers are going to hold for as close to the last shot as they can get. Down to 15. Spellman with it. Spellman and Lance at the top. Now with 8, Spellman makes his move. Goes to Cairns. Cairns, 3 on the way. Got it! Nothing but the bottom of the cup. And with that, heave at the buzzer. Short. And that's going to do it for the first half of action. It is 46-33. The Pioneers leading by 13 here after the first half. So the clock is set for 15 minutes. We're going to step away for just a few. Come back in about 13 minutes. We'll bring you all the first half stats before we get started with the second half of action. So go ahead and order another pizza, refill your beverage, and we'll be back in 13 minutes.
Understand what we're out here for, and we're out here to win games.
The expectations are always high just stepping on campus.
No matter whether you win or lose, you're winning or losing with grace.
You're doing something bigger than yourself. Competitive.
Discipline.
Family.
Integrity.
Passion.
We are pioneers.
This is MNU.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I will give you just a moment to hustle back to your computers or your tablets or your devices or whatever you're watching from. I beckon you back to get the first half stats. As you can see on your screen, the Pioneers shot very well in the first half, 57% from the field. Missouri Valley shot 35%. Behind the three-point line, the Pioneers were 42%. Missouri Valley there at 33%. The Pioneers at that 42% were 6 for 14, and then 4 for 12 over on the other side. Kind of worth noting how many are taken. Free throws, you can see 100% for the Pioneers. They were 8 for 8, and then Missouri Valley was 5 for 8. Just so you know, the rebounds, actually Missouri Valley controlled the glass at 20 rebounds to 13. And then just some of the stats I picked out of the blue there. Blocks I thought were an interesting one. The Pioneers controlling the defensive end, at least as it comes to blocks, 5-0. Points in the paint, you can see it's been very close, very evenly matched, shall we say, underneath. And I put that out there because, of course, Missouri Valley brings in a guy who's 7 feet tall. So points in the paint always going to be an issue. But bench points, you can see the Pioneers, they are getting more contributions from their bench. And you got to wonder in the second half if the Missouri Valley starters kind of start to run out of gas, then it's going to come down to the benches a little bit. We'll have to see what happens. So that's where we're at for first half action. As play will resume here in about 15 seconds. Both teams in their huddles. Again, I welcome you to use your chat room. Use the chat room. Let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, who your player is. You know, anything you want to talk about sports related, I welcome it in our chat room. Of course, keep everything kind. That's the right word for it. Keep everything kind in there. This is sports. This is our escape. So we don't do politics, and we don't do a lot of other nonsense in there. Let's talk sports. Talk basketball. At least in these crazy Rona times, we get some sports. And we can talk about the Steelers moving to 11-0 as they beat the Ravens today in that game that had been postponed like 20 times due to Baltimore having a lot of COVID issues. So that game's done. Hopefully you didn't TiVo it and I ruined it. Sorry. But we're back underway. Lops with it for the Pioneers. He's in the paint. Drops it off down low with Cam Brady. Good pump fake, and Brady able to hit from the right side. 2 points good for Cam Brady. And the Pioneers strike first here in the second half. Missouri Valley looking for their answer. Working the ball around the perimeter right now. Now they go down low to their big man, little baby Hook. And that gets the friendly bounce, and it goes through for 2 points. There's 2 points for Jonathan Hall. Now Anthony Brown with it for the Pioneers. Anthony Brown had a little foul trouble in the first half, but back into the game now. Difficult shot, no foul called. And then see Cam Brady keeping it alive for the Pioneers. It was last touch going out of bounds by Missouri Valley. Brady very upset he didn't get a foul call, but the Pioneers at least keep possession with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. All right, Trey Brown with it. Looks like Missouri Valley, they have shifted into a bit of a zone defense. So see if the Pioneers offense figure out what they want to do with that. Spellman for three, knocks it down. Spellman didn't have a big window to get that shot off, but he was able to get it. Comes up with 3 points. Ooh, we've got a Gibraltar, Spain checking in. Now Lance with it, driving baseline. Oh, sent away from behind by Trey Brown. And he keeps it alive. The Pioneers ahead of the field. Spellman lobs it in for Cam Brady, and he comes up with 2 points. Boy, that block from Trey Brown was something. Again, half the players stopped thinking there was going to be a foul call. Those who continued on with the play were rewarded. Cody Jackson drives. Little pull-up jumper from 16, no good. Oh, call the timeout. Yeah, Cody Jackson is down. He's hurt. This is a non-contact injury. As he came down, he just crumbled in a heap. And it's leg, foot. But yeah, again, he didn't touch anyone when he came down. Can our cameraman maybe focus on what's going on and not random? Nope, we're going to show you an empty side of the floor. Achilles, we're thinking? Oh, geez. He did not, yeah, I didn't think he rolled his ankle. Well, we'll keep an eye on the situation. They've got his shoe off. They're massaging the bottom of his foot.
That's an Achilles.
You think that's an Achilles? They're rubbing the bottom of the foot up near the ball of his feet. I think that would be farther back, don't you? Yeah, and I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV, nor did I stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Well, they're going to bring him to his feet. And he's walking off under his own power. Yeah, I thought he'd be limping more than that. Yeah, maybe something just got aggravated, but he'll go get checked out on the trainer's table. But it's good to see him walk off the way that he is. Definitely a little hobbled, but I was expecting a lot worse. Okay, so play is ready to resume. The Pioneers will have the ball near half court. Anthony Brown will inbound into Trey Brown. And Jace Lance covering Trey Brown in the backcourt. All right, here we go again. So Trey Brown gets it to Spellman, down low to Lopes. He spins, fires it out to Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown didn't take the three. So the Pioneers are going to have to design something else. They get it in the corner. Cam Brady, three on the way. No good. That's rebounded by Oliver Gerard. Are we cool if I just say Gerard? All right, now Lance works it around. Gerard down low. They go to the big man. His hook, no good. Cam Brady with the rebound. Jonathan Hall not able to connect. Long pass ahead to Trey Brown. He's able to chase it down. Kind of kills the transition. Trey still with it. Gives it to Lopes. Lopes got his man in the air. Oh, and then he lost the handle on the ball. I think it's, knocked out of his hands. Okay. I couldn't really tell. I thought Lopes just lost handle, but now he's shaking his hand out. He got hit. Now Trey Brown. Looking. Got to find someone. Able to get in to Spellman. Spellman back to Trey Brown. 13 on the shot clock. Back to Trey. Trey going 1-1 with the big man to Cam Brady. Oh, and he gets his shot erased. Great defense by Oliver Gerard. Able to come up with a block at the rim. Cam Brady was ready to put that puppy down with authority. Now made basket on the other end by Dwayne Simmons. So 53-37 is your score. Pioneers looking. They go down low to Lopes. They're thinking Lopes has some kind of advantage over the big man. Wrap around pass to Anthony Brown, and he's able to knock it through for two. You say, I thought Lopes was in a world of trouble. He was bailed out by Anthony Brown, working well without the ball, able to get free. They go to Hall down low. Hall one dribble and kicks it back out. Ball worked around the perimeter. Lance driving. Cameron Brady is there for the defense. Erases it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch off Lance. Lance getting frustrated. Giving a little bit to the official. Now Spellman bringing it up the floor for the Pioneers.
Trail!
Spellman around the screen. Back to Lopes. Ooh. Lopes got the big man off his feet. Driving. Little pump fake. A lot of contact, no call. And Missouri Valley comes away with it. Lance with it again. Gets it up top to Gerard. Gerard feeds it down low. Moves well with the ball. Simmons going to try a little hook and banks it in off the glass for two. Now Spellman up the floor for the Pioneers. Spellman over to Trey Brown. Trey hands it off to Anthony Brown. Ooh, thought about that three. Everyone collapsed on him. Oh, Trey tried to drive and pass it off. Right off Lopes' hands. Now here's a travel. They're going to wave that off. Travel called. Jace Lance wanted that three-point shot. He was furious he didn't get it, but the travel was called before his shot. So he's going to sub out right now, as does Jonathan Hall. Into the game is Cameron Boyd, and they brought in someone else ready to go. Oh, I think Sprinkle returned. No, I lied. Zion Fortune back in. There we go. That's the guy who wasn't on. Now Lopes gets tripped up. Ball's free. Taken away by Missouri Valley. Lopes is trying to make a move. And trips. Now here's a dunk down on the other end by Dwayne Simmons. They had a nice 3-on-1 break after Lopes lost control of the ball. Now 55-41 is your score. Only 5 minutes gone by in the second half. Still a lot of basketball left. And now Trey Brown throws it away. Cameron Boyd comes up with it. Boyd ahead of the field. And here's a dunk on the other end by Fortune. And Coach Lamar has seen enough of this nonsense and wants to talk things over, as the Pioneer lead is now 12, 55-43. And I can definitely give you credit in the chat room. There are those who are already calling this comeback. Now, the Pioneers have proven this season that when they get up by a lead, cruise control is not safe for them. They don't really have a cruise control. They have push a tempo and get points, and then they have ice cold. I'm not saying anything anyone doesn't know. We're on a 4-game losing streak. That's kind of what has happened. There's, you can see the dunk by Simmons. Now Coach Lamar trying to line him up. Here's another replay coming up. This is Anthony Brown's little touch shot. The last points the Pioneers have scored. The next one's a block? Okay. I'll believe you, producer. You would never steer me wrong. This is Trey Brown to Cam Brady. Yep, that's the block at the rim. Tell you, he did not have any more split seconds to make that block. Brady was about to throw it down. All right, we're going to have pressure in the backcourt by Cameron Boyd, as he's going to be all over Trey Brown when Trey Brown receives his pass from Patrick Cairns. So Brown and Boyd, they go to Jake Alexander into the game. Now to Cam Brady. Brady to Trey Brown. They go underneath, and now Spellman called for the offensive foul. Yes, indeed. I'm sorry, that was Cairns, not Spellman.
Offensive foul number 23, Patrick Cairns. That's his first team foul.
Sorry, I have to look through officials and coaches when the Pioneers are down on this end. Yeah, ball being worked around the perimeter. They feed it down low. And now travel's going to be called. This is going to be on Zion Fortune. Again, it looked like his foot just kind of slipped out from underneath him. Might have hit a wet spot on the floor or something. Oh, there we go. We've got, let's see, Northern Ireland in the house. There we go. See, I'm reading them. Now Anthony Brown drives. Difficult shot, up and good. Anthony Brown able to hit the floater. Ends a little of this drought the Pioneers have suffered the last few. Now here's a three from Sprinkle. No good. Rebounded by Trey Brown. The Pioneers quickly the other way. Ahead to Jake Alexander. Alexander slows the pace and gets it to Trey Brown. Brady coming out to set the screen. Trey over to Jake Alexander. He's got around Sprinkle. Going to try and hit from inside. No good. Now a whistle blown. Let's see who they get for this one. Jake Alexander not able to hit the layup, but it looks like he's fouled in the act of shooting. We'll go to the line. This is going to be on Hayden Sprinkle.
Jake Alexander at the line, shooting 2.
And the first shot from Alexander is good.
Back into the Vikings, Jace Lance.
Jace Lance is checked back in. Alexander with one more on its way. Got him. Woo! You guys are up at 2 a.m. watching this game. Yeah, I guess you would be over there. And now here's a foul. Alexander thought he had the block. Must have been contact underneath. And yeah, Alexander called for that.
That's his second team.
Oh, the whole house is watching for the Lance family. And I know you wanted the replay on the travel. I can't bring you that. I'm not the producer guy. Again, I'm not saying it was a travel. I'm saying he's called for the travel. Okay, my producer says it was a travel, so I know he had a lot of momentum behind him. And second shot is good. Able to hit both free throws. All right, Trey Brown up the floor for the Pioneers. Pioneers with the 14-point lead, 59-45. Ooh, Trey able to keep the ball. He got a little tripped up. Gets it to Cam Brady. Ooh. Brady working her around. And now backcourt violation as the pass went over the half-court line, so it's going to be another turnover on the Pioneers with 13:07 remaining.
Cam!
Yeesh. What did that say? All right, now Boyd in the paint, driving. Circus layup, no good. Ball gets tapped out. And now Lance able to corral it, again, as it went ping-ponging off of quite a few people. Pinballing, I guess would be the better term. And now we're going to have a whistle underneath. I think this is going to be on Cam Brady of the Pioneers. Indeed it is, as he got a little tangled up with Dwayne Simmons.
Brady, that's his first 13 foul. Back in the
That Brady's going to take a seat. His first personal, but going to get a breather. Lops is checked back in. Boyd will now be inbounding from the baseline. Able to get that into Gerard. Gerard kicks it out, shot on the way. And that's two-pointer good by Zion Fortune. Now Anthony Brown brings it across for the Pioneers. Gets it over to Trey. Trey trying to create to his left, gets it to Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown 3 on the way. Got it! Anthony Brown able to knock down the three-point shot. 62-47 is your score. Yes, I see in the chat room the Pioneers fans are greatly outnumbered right now. Missouri Valley showing up big tonight. Again, thank you all very much for joining us here on the Pioneer Sports Network. Now we've got a foul call. This is going to be on Trey Brown.
Trey Brown. That's his first. Fourth team foul.
And then, yeah. Jonathan Hall, he's got a lot of people in. Speak of the devil, he's checking back in. Jonathan Hall coming back onto the floor. He's going to give Dwayne Simmons a breather.
Back in, number 3, Casey Cody Jackson.
Casey Cody Jackson has come back on as well. So back from that injury, again, it looked pretty scary when he went down on a non-contact injury, but he's back and he's moving just fine. So good to see Casey Cody Jackson return to the floor. Now Spellman bringing it up for the Pioneers. The shot from Hall went out of bounds. So Pioneers with the ball. Spellman working right. Double team comes. He goes to Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown wanted that three, but Cameron Boyd was able to recover on defense. So now the Pioneers have to work the ball around the perimeter. They got to look out because now Missouri Valley's double teaming the ball carriers wherever they may go, and now a travel call on Lops. So that's going to be another turnover on the Pioneers. Ball back to Missouri Valley. So now Boyd with it in the paint. Now we're going to have another whistle. Let's see who they get on this one. This is going to be on Lops. The foul calls are plentiful in the last few minutes. All right, some of Missouri Valley able to inbound. Lance with the ball. Goes in the corner to Sprinkle. Sprinkle now stepped on the outline as he was trying to make his move towards the rim, so a turnover on Missouri Valley. Ball back to the Pioneers. Now Spellman bringing it up the floor. And this is the problem for the Pioneers. When they try and slow it down and put it in cruise control, that's when bad things seem to happen. You need to keep playing up tempo. Alexander gets it to Cairns. Cairns to Drew Smith. Now, I don't know about that one, official. A travel called on Drew Smith. The officials all over the travel call tonight, hitting both sides with it. Multiple times. Now into the paint to Cody Jackson. His shot, no good. They're going to call Jake Alexander for the foul. This is going to put Cody Jackson at the line to shoot 2, as he was in the act of shooting on that one.
That's his third 16 foul. Casey Cody Jackson.
So Casey Cody Jackson, the senior, out of St. Louis, Missouri, at the line. And to see, he just stretched out his leg. I think whatever that injury was, it's still bothering him. First free throw, gets the shooter's bounce. Oliver Girard checking in. Well, he will after the shot. Didn't give him the substitution right now. Second shot on the way. That's no good. Rebounded by Lops. Okay, so Cody Jackson came back a little too early. He's going to need to get helped off the floor again. So whatever it is, it's ailing him. Now he's holding the back of his leg like it's cramped. Nope. You know what, Keegan? I think you were right. I think you were right with your initial assessment. That's going to end up being an Achilles injury. But he thought he could walk it off, and it only got worse. Man, that stinks. So he's back off the floor, back at the trainer's table is Casey Cody Jackson. Yeah, we hope he's all right. And now Lops and Spellman not on the same page, and here's a turnover. And then now the other way, a turnover. Whew. Turnover by Missouri Valley. Zion Fortune couldn't handle the pass. It goes off of him out of bounds. All right, Pioneers quickly the other way. Drew Smith with the ball. Gets it to Cairns, now to Spellman. Spellman to Lops, now to Drew Smith. Smith trying to create. They go into the corner. Alexander thought about the three, thought better of it. Gets it to Cairns. Cairns. Cross court to Smith. Smith for three. Off balance. Get in there. Didn't drop, but I think they're going to call a foul on the three-point shot. Indeed they did. Zion Fortune called for the personal foul on Drew Smith's three-point attempt. So this is going to be 3 free throws coming up for the Pioneers. First free throw. Got it. 2 more coming up. Second shot from Smith on the way. Got the second. 1 more. Changes being made. Anthony Brown comes in for the Pioneers. Dwayne Simmons is on for Missouri Valley. And 1 more for Drew Smith. On its way. And he got all 3. Trey Brown checks back in for the Pioneers. Drew Smith, 3 big free throws. Trying to keep the Pioneers lead with 10-12 remaining in the ballgame. Missouri Valley quickly the other way. Hall with it. Hall goes to Lance. Ooh, Trey Brown. He slipped as well. Man, there must be water on the floor. Both sides are slipping all over the place out there. Boyd is going to return. Sprinkle takes a seat. Lance will inbound from the sideline. Now, Lance gets it over to Simmons. The pass to Lance taken away by Trey Brown. Trey Brown down the floor. Layup is up and good from the front of the rim. 67-48. Lance up the floor. Trey Brown awaits him. Remember, Lance has shown he's got some range. So Trey Brown staying close to him, even behind the three-point line. Lance can pull up. This should be a 2, I think. No, they signaled a 3. He's able to chase down his own rebound. And now, I'm not sure. I think he tried a pass. Ball being tipped all around underneath the basket. Loose, and Cairns has it. Patrick Cairns ahead of the field. And he is fouled. Layup no good. I think Cairns a little dismayed. He didn't make that layup. It's been a long night, can you tell? So the personal foul is on Lance. And with that, we have our technically mandatory media timeout. The first stop in action, under 10 minutes remaining in the half. So we've got 9:14 left in the ballgame. 67-48 is your score, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
A purposeful life is the inspiration and foundation of MNU. It's more than getting a better job. It's becoming a better person. The Christ-centered, student-centered culture at MNU will leave you transformed. Our professional and graduate degree programs will challenge and inspire you to become the person you always knew you were meant to be. Learn, grow, and earn your degree at MNU, a school that shares your values and your passion. MNU, purposefully different.
All right, play is ready to resume. I see a request for the foul count. So already in this half, the Pioneers have 6 team fouls. So on their next foul, Missouri Valley will be shooting 1-on-1, and then it's 3 team fouls for Missouri Valley. So that's where we're at. See, Pedro Lops is in foul trouble for the Pioneers with 3. Jake Alexander also with 3. Over on the other side, Zion Fortune with 3 fouls. He's the only one on Missouri Valley with 3. Karen's first free throw falls home. He'll have one more. Pioneers are still shooting ridiculously well from the field at 58%. Karen's second shot, up and good as well. All right, so the Pioneers throwing on a little backcourt pressure, taken away by Spellman. Spellman with the layup, right side, up and good. So the little three-quarter court press worked out well for the Pioneers on that possession. Able to come up with 2 more points. So Sprinkle gets it to Lance. Lance to Boyd. Boyd trying to drive, lost control, and they're going to call a travel. And Drew Smith about to check back in for the Pioneers. Smith has had a great game so far. Who is that on? On us? Okay, so Cameron Boyd called for a delay of game warning. Just a warning. Next one will result in a technical. I didn't see what happened. Touch the ball after a made basket. Oh boy, can't do that. I think that's kind of a weak sauce call. Oh, and there's Anthony Brown coming up with the one-hand jam off the feed from Cairns. Great backdoor cut from Anthony Brown. Leads to 2. I think we'll have a replay of that coming up. Here's a drive, dish, Lance wide open for 3. Oh, no good, too strong. He was a little too wide open. Now Smith up the floor for the Pioneers. Lops wants it, man, he wanted it into the post. They couldn't feed him. Pedro now is going to come out and set the screen. Spellman whips it over to Cairns. Now to Lops down low, has the mismatch. Spins inside, and muscles a shot through. He just muscled it in. There was no finesse on that. Dwayne Simmons draped all over him, and Lops still able to make the shot. They've got Lance again. Drew Smith into the game. Keeping an eye on Lance to try and quell their 3-point shooter. Now here's a drive. Little jumper from outside the paint. Up and good from about 9 feet away. Simmons able to knock it down for 2. Spellman slowing the pace. 75-50 lead with 7.5 remaining. We're in the second half of action. Now Lops to Cairns, over to Spellman. Drew Smith was trying to post up down low. And now out of bounds off the fingertips of Pedro Lops, and a turnover on the Pioneers. With that, Cameron Brady and Trey Brown come in. Here's the replay. Look at Cairns here on your screen. Works left. Whoop. Comes back right. Anthony Brown, great cut. And Sprinkle was doomed at that point. Now they're going down low. Fortune, turnaround jumper, no good. Cam Brady able to come up with the rebound. Fortune got the turnaround jumper he wanted. I'd say more of a little hook shot. Just not able to get it to fall. So now Trey Brown bringing it up the floor. Boyd picking him up. They get it to Alexander. Now to Anthony Brown. Or to Smith. Now to Anthony Brown, sorry. Again, I've got coaches and officials right my way. I've got to look at my little tiny screen. Now we've got a whistle. Away from the ball. Cam is hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, they stopped play. Since the Pioneers had the ball, it's almost like soccer. We were playing the advantage. Since we had the ball and the advantage, they went and stopped play to get Cameron Brady off the floor, who appears to have injured his hand, would be my guess. Now Trey drives, dishes, Anthony Brown for 3. Got it! With 1 on the shot clock, Anthony Brown able to knock down the 3-point shot off a great feed from Trey Brown. Oh, nice, nifty little move up and under the defender was Simmons. Alexander had good defense. Simmons just the better shot from the left side. Now Trey Brown coming up the floor for the Pioneers, goes around the Cairns screen. Lost control of the ball, taken away by Sprinkle. Ahead and highlight reel. And there's 2-hand slam from Simmons. Simmons able to knock it down with some authority. Pioneers not committing the foul on that. That's the correct move. Let him have that. Drew Smith now with it for the Pioneers. Oh, lost control of the ball. Able to keep it. They go to Cairns. Cairns driving baseline. Kicks it all the way across. Ball worked around, and now an offensive foul called on Cairns. Cairns made the pass coming through the lane. There was a little contact between he and Zion Fortune. And I guess enough to get the foul call. Now Drew Smith heads off the floor. Spellman returns. Now Lance with the ball, bringing it up the floor for Missouri Valley. Trey Brown awaits him. Get it to Fortune. Fortune has the top of the key to Simmons now, right side. They go underneath, kicked out. Couldn't get freed up for the three. Halfway through the shot clock. Here's a little shot from Lance, no good. And last touched off the hands of Gerard. And it's going to go back to the Pioneers. Spellman bringing it up the floor for the Pioneers. Giving Trey Brown a little bit of a break as point guard. They go to Alexander. Alexander for three. Got it! Rattles home for 3 points for Jake Alexander. 81-54 is your score. Gerard with it, top of the key. Works, gets it to Simmons. Oh, Simmons is fouled. Is this going to be before the shot or after or during? Alexander, they're going to say during the act of shooting. So this is going to put him at the line for two. All right, so Simmons at the line to shoot two. First attempt on the way. Oh, no good. A little too strong. Off the back iron. Falls away. Pedro Lops returns for the Pioneers. And Lops is going to spell Jake Alexander. Alexander heads off the floor. Changes being made on the other side. Allen is going to return, as is Hall. Looks like Hall will sub out the shooter. Second shot is good. Hall comes in. Simmons takes a seat. Cairns inbounds into Spellman. We're back underway. 81-55 is your score. Pioneers on top. We're under 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Oh my. So what is it? I don't even know how to say the name of the place that was just entered. Lops with 2 points. The Cachos Islands? Well, yeah, we just Google searched that over here. Wow. Looks like you're really roughing it out there. Beautiful. Sprinkle now able to knock down the 3-point shot. If y'all look in your chat room, you'll see the place we're talking about. And my goodness. Pull up some Google images. I just got relaxed looking at the pictures. Spellman drives, gets it to Lops. Ooh, Lops missed Cairns. Go to Anthony Brown. Now they're working it around the perimeter. Trey Brown to Anthony Brown. Back to Trey. Trey going to have to try and create 10 on the shot clock. Oh, ball got knocked away by Lance. Trey Brown goes into Superman mode to collect it. And let's see what they call. They're going to call a tie-up here. As, let's see, I believe it was Fortune and Trey Brown tied up for that ball. Possession arrow favors the Vikings. So it'll be ball back to Missouri Valley. Son Allen will be inbounding into Lance. And now Trey coming up, trying to go for that steal. See, and look, oh, now Anthony Brown does get the steal. Deshaun Allen just slipped with nobody around him. I'm telling you, there's something on the floor tonight. Now a whistle blown as Anthony Brown collided with the scorer's table. They stopped the play for the injury, but he's going to stay, well, he's going to try and stay in. He might get subbed out, whether he likes it or not. Now Jake Alexander comes in. Anthony Brown's going to take a seat. He banged his knee right into the scorer's table, securing that last steal. With that, Cairns is going to inbound from the sidelines. Cairns gets it into Trey Brown. Trey, working, comes back left, gets it to Spellman. Spellman, head fake, drives, lost control of the ball. Lopes able to chase it down. Trey drives, gets it to Cairns. Ball being worked around. Ball's getting tipped everywhere. Alexander tries to drop it off with Lops, and it touched the outline. And after all that, we took some time off the clock. Does that count? Anthony Brown now returns again. Alexander takes a seat. Cameron Boyd bringing the ball up the floor now. They're going to try and get Lance freed up for a three, I imagine, which is harder to do when he's the ball carrier. Lance passes it off. They get it to Fortune. Fortune, a little 14-foot jumper. Rims out, no good. Spellman with the rebound. Got Trey Brown bringing it up the floor. See if Missouri Valley's going to go for that trap. They work it over right side to Spellman. And here comes the trap. Spellman able to dribble away from it. Drives. Gets it to Cairns. Cairns, three on the way. Got it. And Patrick Cairns knocks down the three-point shot. Boyd up the floor quickly. Nobody turned around to stop him. He slips. It goes to Fortune, though. Fortune to Lance. Never seen this many slips in one game. Now here's a pass knocked away by Anthony Brown and into the stands. Little love for our fan who was able to catch that ball out there. All right, Trey Brown takes a seat. Drew Smith into the game. Smith has had a, again, pivotal role off the bench. Boyd with a little floater, no good. Cairns pass ahead to Smith. Smith up the right side of the floor. Little layup, up and good from the right side. Drew Smith able to knock it down. 30-point lead for the Pioneers with 2:15 remaining in the ball game. Sprinkle with another three. That one's no good. Drew Smith, good clear out. Freed it up for Cairns to come down with the rebound. Cairns turns, gets it to Spellman. Spellman across half court. He's only going to move as much as the defensive forces him. Boyd all over him. Passes out to Cairns. Cairns for three. Too strong, no good. Drew Smith, no, Anthony Brown chases it down. His little floater is good right outside the paint. 2 points from Anthony Brown. Okay, substitutions being made all the way around. Ferrer and Elliott check into the game, as does Josh Smith for the Pioneers. Let's see, we got a whole bunch of new people coming in. Sage Bolser checks in. All right, Boyd with it. Goes around Bosler. Bosler got floored. Who are they going to call this foul on? They actually called it on Bosler. He got floored, but he also needs a few sandwiches. That kid is skinny. First shot up and good. Boyd gets one more. Second one on the way, a little short, no good. Rebounded by Ferrer. Ferrer gets it in the hands of Jake Alexander. Alexander playing point guard right now. Whistle blown. What, officials? What? Come on now. Let's get something going here. Aiden Michael checking in for the Pioneers. Jake Alexander takes a seat. So somebody's got to come play point guard now. There we go. Josh Smith over. The Pioneers have emptied their bench. Getting everyone a little in-game action. Smith gets his pocket picked. Allen down the floor and able to throw it down. So Desan Allen with 2 points. Smith gets it across the court this time. Goes to Bolser. Back to Smith. Ferrer and Elliott were both posted up in the same spot. That normally doesn't work out. They go to Elliott. Elliott has it down low. There you go. Spins, fires. Get in there and one. A.J. Elliott able to knock down the layup. And Fortune called for the personal. This is going to put A.J. at the line for the potential three-point play. Free throw on the way. Got it. So there's 3 points for A.J. Elliott. Boyd quickly down the floor to Gerard. Gerard passes it down low. Ball tipped around, it ends up in Boyd's hands. He's going to take the three and rattles it home. So Boyd for three. 93-64, 45 seconds remaining in the game. They go to Michael, now to Smith. Smith down low to Ferrer. He spins, fires, no good. Ball being tipped around, not able to come up with it. Are the Pioneers. Boyd down the floor to Simmons. Simmons layup, won't fall. Gets his own follow, now a foul committed. I believe this is going to be on Ferrer. Indeed it is. See, PA guy says Farrar. There's not an A in there. It doesn't Ferrer makes more sense in his name? There's no A in his last name. Simmons' first free throw is no good. Second one on the way. That one rattles home. Press is on from Missouri Valley. Pioneers are able to get that into Smith. Smith coming up the floor. Cross half court. Shot clock is dead. Bolser trying to work to his left. Picked up his dribble. Has to find someone. Long pass to Elliott. Elliott's got 13 seconds left in the ball game. Now to Smith. Into the hands of Bolser. Oh, Bolser passed on the three. Now he's going to drive. Little floater. No good. Bolser not able to come up with one at the buzzer. And that's going to take care of this ball game for the evening. Your final score, 93-65. The Pioneers in their four-game losing streak and are able to get on the right side and actually now even up their record at 4-4. Again, ladies will play Tuesday next week here at 5:30. Make sure you're going to MNUsports.com to get all your scheduling changes and updates and everything else that seems to happen. Let's bring you the final stats real quick. The Pioneers shot 63% from the floor, which is just insanely good. They shot 52% behind the three-point line, so great shooting evening for the Pioneers. And they were perfect from the charity stripe at 16 for 16. Over on the other side, Missouri Valley shot 36% from the field, which is still respectable. 33% behind the three-point line, 61% from the charity stripe. Rebounds were very close. The Pioneers edged it at 31-30. Assists, Pioneers had 23, 16 over for Missouri Valley. Steals, 12 steals for Missouri Valley, only 8 for the Pioneers. Turnovers, who cares? Game's over. Blocks, 7-2 in favor of the Pioneers. Your scoring leaders, let's see, is that Trey or Anthony Brown with the 19? I'm thinking Anthony. Anthony Brown with 19 points. Patrick Cairns with 6 boards. And Spellman with 8 assists. Over on the other side, it was Simmons with 18 points. Simmons with 6 boards. And Sprinkle with 5 assists.
Let's go.
A few other leaders for the Pioneers. Jake Alexander with 14. Drew Smith with 13. Patrick Cairns with 10. And Pedro Lopes with 10. Cameron Brady with 14. Over on the other side, let's see, Jace Lance with 9. Casey Cody Jackson with 9. And again, we hope he's okay. I know he had some injuries tonight. Cameron Boyd with 8. And then leading away was Dwayne Simmons with 18. And Jonathan Hall also with 8. So that's going to do it for us here on the Pioneer Sports Network. Thank you all very much for joining us. It was a fun night. Let's see. Looking at the chat room real quick. Yeah. Looks like everyone had a good night. So thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you back here on the next broadcast. Go to MNUsports.com for all your scheduling updates. I'm Kyle Walker. Keegan is the producer. Our pleasure, as always. Have a great night, everybody.